Why aren't more people talking about it?
We need to talk.
Are they trying to set us up for disappointment and heartache? All we want to do is lower our body fat percentage. But how can we do that, lose body fat, if we aren't allowed to know the details of the blueprint those with lower body fat percentage have access and knowledge of? Going in blind to lose weight, that's scary and it ain't fun. I took a peek at the blueprint and I gave it a test run. And there are 3, maybe 4 things from my experience could help you greatly increase your weight loss success. So are you ready to take advantage of them? I wish all trainers and fitness coaches would tell us the truth, the behind the scenes right up front, instead of waiting until we are so frustrated and on the verge of giving up before sharing with us our fat cells have 2 types of receptors that function differently in the body. We're out here burning and shedding stuff and we have no clue what to burn or how to burn it. We have alpha receptors that tell our bodies to store fat instead of burn fat. I'm not trying to be friends with them at all. They remind me of the unwelcome house guest.
Go home, get out already.
That fail to read the signs that they have worn out their welcome to get out and go home. Then we have another receptor, beta receptors, that accelerate fat burning. You see how I said that? I like that, right? Those are the receptors we want to hang out around outside their spaces, waiting for them to notice us, to partner with us. The ratio of each of these, the alpha and the beta receptors in our bodies, determines the rate at which our bodies burn fat. That's pretty cool. Now, where would you guess those alpha receptors are most commonly tucked away? Go ahead. Away. Comment it below. You guessed right if you said our belly, love handles, and all things stomach related. Now, do you see why belly fat is so cockadoodle hard to get rid of, and specialized exercises just don't cut it? A hard fact you can know sooner rather than later is that until you've lost enough fat cells from other areas of your body, the not so sexy areas like the neck, the calf, the inner elbows, until all of those places have shrunken those fat cells, our bodies will not be ready to let go of that energy stored in that fat region. My wish is that more of those who have lost weight and have gotten good at maintaining that weight loss in a healthy way, I really do wish that there was more talk about the fact that fat loss does not happen at a steady pace. We see so much of lose 20 pounds in 10 days or 100 pounds in 2 months. Depending on your body type and what you have going on, that's not realistic. And I really do wish people would start talking more about that. Weight loss is like playing a game of seesaw by yourself. You're on one side and it goes down. You got to run around and get on the other side and get it to go down. But eventually you discover that if you stay on the one side and you're consistent and you balance it just a little bit, you can get some stability. You can make it level out. That's how you win the game of seesaw. So for your sanity, know that every week we do not lose the same amount of weight, that some weeks we gain weight, and other weeks our weight will remain the same. During my journey, I wish I would have shared more openly that there were so many days that I cried. I cried to all who would listen, and I felt so sorry for myself on more than one occasion. Mentally, I threw in the towel so many times. I want you to know that in the beginning, losing weight was not as easy nor fail-proof. There are many factors that impact how our weight behaves from day to day. For example, how well we are hydrated. Are we eating more sodium-rich foods and retaining water? Are we eliminating things that need to be eliminated regularly? All of those things impact our weight. And that's something that I wish I had known sooner, and I wish I would have talked about more freely with others. In the beginning and for a while into my journey, it wasn't willpower, consistency, or even discipline that propelled me forward.
For real?
It was the constant reassurance from my husband, love you, babe, encouragement from our children, I love my boys, and a really scary medical diagnosis that made it hard for me to sleep at night for fear that I wouldn't wake up over something that was avoidable, correctable, and within my control. Those were the things that kept me from derailing myself time and time again until it is that consistency, motivation, and discipline showed up and became habitual. At the start of my weight loss, I wish I knew that the first couple of weeks, that wonderful, thrilling decrease on the scale was due mainly to a drop in water weight. Granted, it's nice to see that in some way our bodies are holding on to excess of either water or inflammation that we have influence over. But to recognize that that initial drop will be and should not be expected to show up week after week after week, That was a little hard, but it's comforting to know to gain access to those fat storing cells, we need to continue on. We need to persevere. It works against us to be forever pivoting our exercise and eating before establishing a firm foundation. I made the mistake one time too many of making huge shifts of how I was eating and exercising, trying to, in essence, force the weight to come off right now, today. I recall living off of smoothies for 30 days while doing aerobic exercises 5 days a week. How delusional was I? That level of impatience only led to me reaching my goals at a much slower rate than was required because I had to keep starting over. I had to keep learning the lesson that I didn't learn before, which was patience, 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 patience. The other lesson I needed to learn was not to traumatize my metabolism and expect it to reward me. I would encourage you to be willing to give whatever method or approach you are doing 3 to 6 weeks before changing things up, because a hard head makes a fat butt. We should be talking more about fat loss. Fat loss is more than seeing a decrease in the number on the scale. Scale weight, that is kind of easy to achieve at the onset. I had done it at least 2 times by eating very little food and doing a year's worth of cardio exercises in a day, every day. I mostly ate salads, no croutons, no cheese, thumbs worth of protein with a little bit of lemon juice squeezed on top. I attended nearly every cardio class my gym offered Monday through Friday. At the end of all that crazy making behavior, there was a nice big decrease when I stepped on the scale. But oh, how very displeased I was when I looked at me. I saw myself in the mirror and I hated how I looked, more so than when I was 80 pounds overweight. What I didn't know, that I know now, is that our weight constitutes both fat, muscle, bones, and fluid. And going on a super low-calorie diet coupled with excessive cardio helped me lose weight quickly, yes, but at the sacrifice of much-needed muscle mass. The sad part is getting that skinny, the low muscle mass version of me. I encountered a lot of incessant hunger, fatigue, hair loss, and out-of-the-blue mood swings. If you come across a trainer or a workout plan that introduces you to body weight strength training and then strength training using free weights versus endless amount of time spent doing cardio, listen and learn from them. You will enjoy and love how your body transforms so much more. Transformation, that is what fat loss does. Transformation. Now this is great because it's being talked about a little bit more nowadays. But when I was losing 80 pounds for the last time, the importance of protein was not openly discussed. It wasn't openly discussed among females looking to lose weight. Men, they already discovered and were benefiting from the effects of protein for weight loss. I used to think that limiting or eliminating carbohydrates was the magic pill to losing weight and having that tone look. Well, surprise, it's not. I experienced the best weight loss outcome. The outcome that had lean muscle mass, firmer skin, when I increased my protein intake. Fast weight loss from super low calories, not enough protein, and no strength training resulted in loose, flabby skin that I don't have the money or recovery time to resolve with surgery. You're gonna love this, so listen up. Without decreasing my calories and eating a bit more protein at each meal, the size of my waist went down. I had more energy, my mood, libido, sleep were better. I felt stronger physically. I was stronger mentally, and habits like these were easier to implement and replicate.